Hey guys, what's going on? This is Bunny Muffins. I'm here with a new video today. I'm going to be going over shapeshifters due to popular demand in the comments section. It took me a little while to get a hang of this comp, but I think at least when I played it yesterday, it was really strong. I won like I think 3 games out of the 5 games that I played it. I think I lost once when I really couldn't get any Shyvanas. Overall, I think it's probably the strongest composition if you high roll it, mainly because level 2 Gnar is pretty much unstoppable. I have a sample final build that you can use. We have this is an 8-person composition with 2 Gnars. Instead of the second Gnar, you could put in Sejuani, for example, or any strong legendary unit. I like Pantheon as well. But I think Gnar's really that good right now, where if you get 2 level 2 Gnars, you just throw them both in and you have no regrets about it. This is a sample positioning as well for all of them. TF in the middle so that he can give everyone mana. You could also place it like this if you want to. Shyvana slightly on this side so she isn't hit first, and then you have Poppy with the 3 Yordle bonus to tank the damage here. And I know no one's gonna get 3 sets of full items on 4 different champions, but I just have these items listed out here as some items that you may want to try on each of these champions. Other options are Rapid Fire Cannon on Shyvana, but pretty much Gnar loves mana. Shyvana loves Rage Blade, Phantom Dancer. Um, all of them love GA, and then you just put whatever ability power items you have on Aurelion Soul. You could also put some mana items on TF, such as Luden's Echo or maybe even Seraph's Embrace, because if he gets a little bit of mana and he blue cards, he enables your whole composition um, really easily. Because one blue card can enable your Gnar to ult earlier, get your Shyvana to ult away from the battle, or get a big bomb from Aurelion Soul. But this is what the final comp looks like. I just want to show you guys that first, and now we're gonna go to how to play this comp from the very beginning. So starting in the beginning of the game, the champions you want to collect are Elise, Nidalee, and Jace. Let me just find Jace here. He's over here. So you want to play whoever you can get to level 2 of these, plus whatever other random level 2s you have. For example, you could run 1 Shapeshifter and 2 Knights in the beginning of the game. You could throw in wilds such as Ari is a great placeholder, and Warwick as well. Um, so you could run something similar to these and whatever you hit at level 2 in order to run your composition. Maybe at level 5 you have your 3 Shapeshifters leveled up after Krugs, and then you run maybe 2 Knights or 2 Brawlers with them. But Ari is also very good because she's a great item holder for Aurelion Soul as usual. She's good for sorcerers. You can run people such as Morgana if you're facing a lot of assassins, or Kennen as well. Um, but pretty much in the very beginning of the game, you want Elise and Nidalee. Once we move into the mid game, oh, and also any random items you get, such as Shyvana items such as Warmogs, Phantom Dancer, Rage Blade, whatever you have, you could just throw them on Jace because we're gonna sell him later. Alternatively, you could put items on Elise if you don't have Jace as well, since we know we're going to sell Elise. But Nidalee you're holding on to, so you don't really want to put any items on her. Moving into the mid game, we want 3 Shapeshifters and 3 Sorcerers. One of the reasons for this is that we want to be prepared for when we get Gnar. We want to have our 3 Sorcerers available. I know some of the Sorcerers we want is Aurelion Soul, another one's Twisted Fate that we want, but sometimes we don't get, for example, Aurelion Soul very early, so you want either Caston as a placeholder or Morgana as a placeholder. TF's pretty good in this spot, but he's not the most ideal if you don't have your big mana users out there. So he's not that great in the mid game, but if you get him to level 2, you might as well just put him in. You could give him items such as Luden's Echo if you have it spare, since Luden's isn't really that great on anyone else. Yeah, or maybe you have your Ari from before. You could run something with 3 of these sorcerers and 3 of these shapeshifters. Then, as soon as you get Aurelion Soul, I would not put him in yet. You want to work on your Shyvana first. So if you hit level 2 Shyvana, you'll sell Jace to transfer all the items to her once you get a level 2 Shyvana. And then if you do have a level 2 Shyvana, you could put in a level 1 Aurelion Soul in place of Ari or Morgana or Caston, what have you, um, in order to really make use of Shyvana's items, because she'll get the magic immunity, which makes her a lot tankier, which makes her items much more effective than they would be. Um, and then uh, the thing about Aurelion Soul is that he really shines once he gets level 2. However, with the dragon buff, it's enough to compensate for that downside. One exception to the level 2 rule is Gnar. If you get a level 1 Gnar, sell Elise right away and put Gnar in. The reason why you do this is because Gnar's just, his ultimate is game breaking, and he has 3 different synergies. So at level 7, when we add a Kennen or a Poppy for Yordle buff, he just becomes unstoppable. He's just so tanky on his own. You could throw a Guardian Angel on him, throw mana items on him, literally any mana item. Like, you could throw Redemption, you could throw Frozen Heart. My favorite's Darken or Seraph's Embrace, just to really make sure that he gets his ultimate really, really quickly. But literally anything will do. One thing you want to keep in mind is positioning. Aurelion Soul generally likes to be in the corner, and then you want your Twisted Fate to be in proximity of both Gnar and Shyvana and Aurelion Soul. So sometimes you could put him in the second row. I've seen him reach and give these 2 mana from the back row as well, but sometimes I feel more comfortable putting him in the second row just to really guarantee that he gets hit. But when you do put TF in the second row, you want to be careful of Kennens and Morganas who are right in your face, because they'll be able to stun him in that area. Another thing you could do is put Lulu in the corner to bait out all the Void Assassin players. So Lulu does get the Yordle buff, and that essentially means that she gets to dodge a lot of ability. So she's a great bait for a lot of assassin players instead of using Nidalee. Nidalee's better if you're against mages, because a lot of mages shoot their abilities at the furthest target away. For example, if the enemy has a brand in their top left corner, he'll often shoot his brand ultimate at the Nidalee, and it won't really bounce to the rest of your team. Whereas if you have Lulu there, Lulu walks up really close because she only has 2 range versus Nidalee's 3. And in that case, Brand's ultimate will be able to bounce to your team. So for your bait, Lulu's better against assassins, and Nidalee's better against spellcasters. So once we hit level 7, one thing that you can do is try to get level 3 Shyvana, or hit level 8 to try to put in another Gnar, or put in a strong tank like Sejuani for Knight synergy. It really depends on your lobby. If there are a lot of Rangers, I like having an extra Gnar, just because Gnar is so pivotal in getting them out of Kindred ultimate. Kindred's ultimate makes them invulnerable in a circle around Kindred, so Gnar's ultimate is a displacement, and it kicks them out of the ultimate that Kindred creates. So he's very good against probably one of the top meta comps right now. But yeah, this composition's really strong. I know this is a shorter video, but there isn't really too much to go over. You really want to just have a really strong economy in order to hit your first Gnar 2, your first 2-star Gnar, and then put a lot of mana items on him from all the carousels in the late game which drop full items, because that's really what makes him shine. If he gets his ultimate off right away, the enemy team can do almost nothing to stop him. Like, I've had games where I have some ridiculous items on him, such as Seraph's Embrace, Luden's Echo, and Hush. And this looks really funny on Gnar because none of these really complement his internal kit that much. But the fact that his ultimate is completely game breaking, you really just want to throw any mana item on him for him to get it off. Because normally these items would be great, like Seraph's Embrace and Luden's Echo would be great on Aurelion Soul, for example. But I value the mana really highly on Gnar, just because of his ultimate. Because once his ultimate goes off, you get the stun, and then Shyvana's allowed to ultimate herself and build up her Rage Blade. And Shyvana And Gnar, when they transform because of the Shapeshifter buff, they gain a lot of maximum health. So you could have like a 3,000 or 4,000 health Gnar and Shyvana pretty much at the start of the game, and that's a huge tank line for the rest of your team that they can take advantage of. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Just as a heads up, I am doing a coaching giveaway on my next video that reaches 100 likes. Whoever has a top rated comment on that video will get a 1 game coaching session with me, and I'll try to help you out. Maybe go over. It could either be a VOD review or playing a live game with you. It's really up to that person, but I'll give them that choice. So look forward to that in the upcoming videos. Thanks so much for watching.
Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on my socials below.